I tried different spreadsheets and nothing ever worked. So it's kind of a two-part thing tonight. One is the virtual host profile and host coaching checklist, which is a very simple form that they've had for many years. And so it has worked really well for me. So I'm going to share my screen and get right to it. And hopefully you can see this. Can everybody see it okay? Okay, so what I do, and this is how I do my parties. When I first book a party, I'm talking to the host and I'm getting information about her. And so this is the perfect time for me to fill this out. Right when we're on Messenger. Most of my correspondence is done through Messenger. And so I get her name, and there's places for lots of different information. I don't necessarily fill it all out, but I do put her name and then whatever party pack theme I'm doing, like the spring fling or whatever. And then I get her email, phone, and address, because that's what I'm going to need to set her party up. And so the first thing I do is I pull this out and I start filling it out, because I'm talking to her and I want to get a little information about her. I want to know what's on her wish list. I want to know a little bit about her family. Does she have kids? Is she married? Does she love to bake? Just different things about her. And this little box right here is my go-to box. Anytime I want to know something about my host, it's right in here. So I fill out all of this information, who she booked the party from, the start date of the party. And then right here, when I set up her party in Consultant's Corner, I put the last part of that Facebook, or not Facebook, but her party link. And I know it says Facebook link, but this is her party link field. And so as you go down through here, there's a perfect little checklist right over here, and it's just a great little check-off list. Do I do them all? No, but I do skim through them because it reminds me, oh, I need to do this, or oh, I need to do that. And then down at the bottom, I use this. This tells me when I set my party up and when I'm going to send her host packet. And I usually pencil in a date that I need to send it, because if her party is a certain date, about 2 weeks before her party, I like to send the host packet. So I use this part a lot. And then on the back side are even more checklists, good ideas, good follow-throughs, how to follow up. And then at the very bottom part, on the tracking details, I use this also. I put the date that the party was submitted, how many guests, party sales total, and then who booked parties and who are my potential consultants, who were the rock stars. I may not can recruit them, but I could hopefully get a party from them if I can't recruit them. So anyway, I use this and I fill it out, and I'm going to show you kind of what I do with it then. So I'm going to go to here. This is just a little sheet. Hold on, I'm on share. Let me see if I can't get it. Okay, there it goes. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, can you see that okay? Okay, so the first thing I do when I book a party is I get all of their information. I fill out my virtual host profile, and like I say, it's because now she's given me all of this information and it's fresh in my memory. If I wait, it's gone. So, and then I immediately set her party up in Consultant's Corner right then. And I also put it on my Google Calendar, and then I have one of those real big desk calendars, you know, that you used to use in your office. and I put it on that desk calendar. So all of that is done simultaneously when I book a party. And then when the party begins is when I feel like customer care really starts. So when I first start the party, I have my virtual host profile list with me, and I grab one of the customer care trackers. And let me see, can you see that? Okay. And how I do it, you can, this was I believe a PDF, but if you go into Word and open a PDF file into Word, it will convert it to Word for you. And so that's what I did. And I tweaked it for me to help me with what I needed it for. So on this customer care tracker, I put the party date. This is the date that my party's going to start. And as people order, I put the host name right over here. And then as people place their orders, I write down their name and their email. And then are they a potential host or potential consultant? I put that in there because I'm going to maybe beef up my messages for that. So now I've got all of my guests in here, and it's a really good day when you have more than one page, when there's 2 or 3 customer care trackers. So get them all listed, and let's say I submit the party on 2/7. Okay, 2 days after, I am going to post this in SendShare. And when I set up my SendShare party, this is just part of my party. It's 2 days after I submit the party. When I set up my party, I put it in there. And if, let's say I extend the party, I extend this. I just do a time shift for the last 2 posts of the party, and I time shift them out. But 2 days after the party has been submitted, I just say, good morning, the party is over, but my business is always open. Please contact me if you have any questions, if you would like to host a party, or even if you would like to join me in this amazing opportunity. Referrals mean the world to me, so please share my business information with those who love Pampered Chef. And then I put my information. So I do that, and then I check off, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth, and then check this off right here all the way down. And then the next thing that will happen is I'm going to email them and I usually go about 3 weeks because I want them to be able to we submit the party, have shipping time, and I want them to have their products within a week or 2 to have them because, you know, we're all busy and sometimes we don't get them out of the box and we don't get to use them. So I try to wait a couple weeks, and then I email everyone on that list. And if you have predictive text in your email, it will automatically, when you start typing their email, it will automatically populate. So it's very quick. You can go through like, 10 or 20 of them in just a matter of minutes. I copy and paste and I say something like, hi Shirley, hope things are going well for you. I want to check in and make sure that your order was everything that you had hoped for and that you were completely satisfied. Do you have any questions for me about your products? I wanted to share our host special this month with you. I'd love to invite you to book your Facebook party with me. Susan will still get the credit if you can book in these next few months. I would love to shower you with a shopping or a free shopping spree. Which month looks best to you? And then I insert the current and the next month's specials. And then again, I just go back and as I'm emailing, I check it off. And then in 2 months, it's really about 2.5 months. or 6 weeks, I'm sorry, 6 weeks to 2 months, then this automatically posts in the party again. And this is already scheduled in SendShare, because if I rely on me to do it, it's not going to happen unless I schedule it in. And so I say, so were your products everything that you had hoped they would be? I hope you have been able to fall in love with Pampered Chef the way I have. Please let me know if you have any questions. And thanks again for your support. I'd love to get you even more of those amazing products in your kitchen by inviting you to host a Facebook or catalog party. You can still book within 3 months of this party, and your host will still get the credit. Please message me or comment below, and let's get a free shopping spree scheduled. I'd love for you to party Pampered Chef style with me. And then within just a few days or that day, I email them again. And I say, just checking in to see how things are going. I just want you to know how much I appreciate your business. The invitation is always open to party with me, Pampered Chef style, and get some of the great products for free. Please never hesitate to contact me if you have questions about the products, would like to have a party, or even place an order. I have sales and specials going all the time. Referrals mean the world to me. So if someone orders or books a party based on your referral, you will get a $20 credit from me. Just tell them to let me know that you referred them. And again, thank you for supporting my business. And then I have this, and I check it off again, and I can make notes. And then when as I have it clipped together, and when the party's over, I staple it together, and I keep them here in a folder beside my computer. And every Monday I go through that folder, and if it's within a day or two of any of the dates on here, I do whatever emails that I need to do. I hope that this makes a little bit of sense about how I do that. It's pretty simple, but the virtual host profile, I have tried to get my team to use it, because at the end of the party, I put them in a folder, and I put the most recent in the back. And so it's just kind of a revolving supply of host potentials. I pull out, like the first month here, that was like a year ago, and I contact every one of them one-on-one, say, hey, your discount's going to expire. Would you like to, host a party? It's just a great way to keep the flow going for me. But anyway, does anyone have any questions?
Karen, great job on systems, and that's really what it's all about. To keep your head above the water, you have to have good systems. So I'm sure that the first thing everyone's going to ask you is, could you please post your words? Yes. And because that was priceless. What about questions? Who else has some questions? Just go ahead and take yourself off of mute.
Hey, Karen, I was curious, do you email from your personal email, or do you email from your website?
From my personal. I do most everything I do from my personal. I just do. Most of my messaging is done through personal. I like through the business page, because it's a great way to contact them immediately. But then I generally move over into my personal.
Do you get a lot of responses on email?
I do, more than I figured I would, but they're slow in responding, and I think a lot of times people don't. If I text, like a lot of people do, I don't, though. I'm not that sure of myself texting. And so I do more on my email. But if you text, it would be the best way to do it, or call them.
Thank you.
Other questions? I don't see. Let me look in the chat box.
I have one.
Okay, go ahead, Eileen.
Yeah, was that, you said you messaged through, or you would message through your business page or your Facebook page, or either one?
my Facebook page is where I mostly contact my guest or my host. But to
Okay,
send these messages, I email
that's what okay.
them. Right.
Yeah, you probably do the same there.
And the virtual host profile is out on Marketing Imagery. You can find that. The customer care tracker, I suggest you build your own. What I did was I took the old customer care tracker that was on PC University, and I uploaded it into Word. If you go into Word and open a document, or say open and go find a PDF, it will open it in Word. And then you can tweak it and change you can add text, and you can change your wording and change your columns or move your columns, or if that makes sense. But it's simple. The customer, I struggled for 2 years just to get something going. And I was never good at, and most everything that you will find on any of this, you can find electronically through your consultant's corner. But I'm a visual person. I need that piece of paper to look at and hold and pull out, and and I make notes all over these. I mean, it's just crazy. But then I remember who won the prize. I write down, that way I don't forget to give somebody a prize or everything. It's just my way of making notes and being on top of that party.
And Karen, I know that's what makes you such a great recruiter also, because you're making it so simple for your team. And, those of you that are looking at, directorship and questioning, gosh, how can I keep the train on the track? By having, systems and showing people that really directorship can be quite easy if you just, follow in my footsteps, and I'm going to show you the way. So between Dash and, systems like what Karen's doing, you're going to be able to onboard new consultants and make them feel confident also, in having a strong business. So I loved it, Karen. Your words were fabulous.
Thank you. And something that I encourage everybody is stop comparing yourself to other people. I've done that for, and I would try other people's systems, and I'm always chasing those squirrels that, everybody shows me something and I'm off over here. If it works for you and it's simple and it's whatever, use it. Because everybody was talking about blocking time and calendars and stuff. That just doesn't work for me. I'm kind of like Elena. I just can't do the blocking. And so I have to have the big old calendar in my Google Calendar, and then I can function. But if I have to put it in a book at a week at a glance, I'm totally gone.
Yeah, it's right, Karen. It's not how you work. It's just to make sure you work.
Yeah,
whatever works for you,
Whatever works.
Just stay consistent. The old saying is that that our hours are flexible but not optional. You do
Right.
have to have a strong business. You have to work at it.
Right.
So any
Thank
other
you.
questions for Karen? Let's see. When in process, you ask if they would be interested in being part of your team.
When in the process do you ask them? When I'm having the party is the most crucial time to me, because that's when they're excited. That's when they're, got their products and they're in the party mood. If on that tracker I have put yes, that they are a potential consultant, yes, I do dig deeper when I contact them, and I may not just shoot them an email. I may actually pick up the phone and say, hey, so-and-so's party was so awesome, and I know you were a little interested at that time. Can we talk about it? And then try to gear in. But I do have those rock star party guests, and I do tag them on the other side of that that they are a potential consultant. but I found that time is not our friend when we're recruiting, because if they lose interest or then they're gone.
Mhm.
They're off on something else.
Keep asking, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so any other last minute questions for Karen? Again, my apologies that we were a little late in starting this call, but please remember that think about who your friends, family, anyone that's looking for a business opportunity, a side gig. We have our opportunity event tomorrow evening. Jamie Swanson is going to be facilitating that. And so we want to make sure that we jump on and have lots of participation in that. So Karen, of course, everyone's asking for all of your handouts. So if you please would share your tracker, your customer care tracker, as well as your words, we would so appreciate that. So you guys have a great rest of the evening. Thank you so much for joining us. This recording will be available for your team members. So those of you that they may have lost faith in us tonight, we'll make sure that we post the recording for you. So thank you again, Karen, and everyone have a great evening. We appreciate
Thank you, Donna.
Take care. Bye-bye.